Hey everyone, my name is Jon Venus. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be explaining why I'm sacrificing my own health to be a plant-based vegan bodybuilder. So I know this sounds really strange, and this is a healthy lifestyle channel, so it's kind of weird for me to say that I'm sacrificing my own health while preaching health to other people, right? But let me explain, because this is going to make a lot of sense to you. Now, before anything, my message is always optimizing your health, staying positive, being happy, and the best person that you can possibly be. And I've never ever said that what I'm doing personally is the optimal for your health, because bodybuilding in itself, putting on as much muscle mass as possible, isn't always the best. So the more muscle mass you carry, the more weight you carry around, the more metabolic stress your body is gonna go through, right? The more your heart is gonna have to work to pump all that blood through your body. We know that eating is absolutely necessary unless you're a breatharian. We need calories to survive, but all of the food that we take in does have a cost. And the more calories and the more food we eat, the more damage and the more free radicals we produce within our body. Now this obviously depends on what kind of food you're eating. If you're eating processed junk food, the damage is gonna be way greater than if you're eating whole plant foods, right? So in terms of disease prevention and longevity even, we know that reducing our calories and restricting calories and even fasting does have amazing health benefits and will allow you to live a longer, healthier life. And when you're bodybuilding, you're kind of doing the exact opposite, right? You're trying to get in more calories than your body is burning, because otherwise you cannot grow. You can grow your muscles by eating at around maintenance, but that requires a lot of work to make sure that you're eating at the exact maintenance level. But that would be the optimal in my opinion. But most of us will be eating quite a bit above that maintenance, which means we're going to be putting on weight and even excess body fat, which has a bunch of other, negative side effects as well. Another reason why plant-based bodybuilding or regular meat-based bodybuilding is not optimal for our health is the fact that a lot of us take protein powders. And protein powders is something that I've always told people that is not necessary for muscle growth, but it is convenient, right? But it's a processed food. It's a isolated form of nutrition which is not found in nature. Not to say that drinking protein shakes is gonna promote disease and that kind of stuff. It's also very dose dependent. So if you feel like you have to consume protein powders, I would definitely recommend plant protein rather than whey protein, because whey protein has been shown to promote inflammation. A lot of people struggle with acne when they consume a lot of whey protein. But in general, if you're consuming too much protein coming from protein powders or from your diet, you will unfortunately be putting your kidneys at risk. There's a lot of science backing up how increased amounts of protein is detrimental for kidney health, and that is for both plant protein and animal protein, because amino acids are amino acids and all amino acids generate from plants. So it doesn't help choosing plant protein for the sake of saving your kidneys. A lot of experts say that if you keep your protein low at around 10 to 15% of your total calories, that your risk for developing kidney disease is way lower. So since I personally consume protein powders, even though it's plant-based and it's heavy metal tested and pesticide tested and all these things that are beneficial, I'm still having around 20% of my calories coming from protein, which puts me at a higher risk compared to people who are eating a lot less. And the last reason I think that I'm sacrificing my health for bodybuilding is because at a higher weight, I feel slower physically. I can't run as fast. I'm not as mobile. This becomes more and more of a problem if we look at professional bodybuilders who inject exogenous testosterone and have unnaturally large muscles. But even for me as a natural bodybuilder or a natural lifter, I do notice a huge difference in how my body just feels in general when I'm 220 pounds versus when I'm 180 pounds. And being at a higher weight puts you at a higher risk for overload injuries. So that is what I experienced a year and a half ago, which was a herniated disc. I was playing soccer, 90-minute soccer match on the field, sprinting at full speed with 220 pounds of body weight. And after that match, my disc kind of slipped out and I was out for a whole year. And what I noticed straight away was that the lighter I got on my body, the quicker I recovered. And it took me a long time to just give in to this idea of just going down in weight and losing all the muscle that I've been putting on. but I did, and it really helped. So I do think that being heavier definitely increases your risk of injury and also decreases your speed of recovery from those injuries. But in conclusion, I do think that eating a plant-based diet and bodybuilding on a plant-based diet is more beneficial than doing it on a very meat-heavy diet. No matter, if the protein is matched, because the animal protein obviously has other things attached to it, like antibiotics, cholesterol, saturated fat, that has been shown to be problematic for our longevity. So I do think that, increasing the amount of whole plant foods that you're eating, increasing the amounts of protein from plants, which have fiber and other phytonutrients attached to them, is going to be more beneficial than eating too much of the animal stuff. So I really recommend everyone to decrease your animal protein consumption, increase the protein consumption from plants, and just the intake of whole plant foods in general is gonna make you feel a lot healthier and make you live longer. But as a general recommendation, I don't recommend people doing what I do and trying to build as much muscle as possible, even if you're doing it naturally, because it's not the optimal for health.
John, if this is so bad for your health, why on earth would you do something like that? Are you stupid?
And the answer is yes, I am a little bit stupid, but I think we all are. And the reason why I personally choose to do it is because I feel like this is the way that I can spread, the message of healthy whole plant food diets and the vegan lifestyle the best that I can, just showing that you can get so many health benefits and still build muscle, and you're not sacrificing anything by replacing animal foods with plant foods. So that is the reason why I personally do it, and I think it's worth it. And it's not like I'm gonna do this for the rest of my life, right? I'm sure I'm gonna get to a point where I'm gonna prioritize health a lot more than I'm doing right now, and just cut back on my weight and just have more of a slim, trimmer kind of physique. I hope that makes sense. Hope you got some value and some information from this video. If you did, share this with your friends if they think that bodybuilding is healthy and eating as much plant protein is healthy as well. Send them this video because that might not be the case at all. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Peace out.